This is part 3 of my video series on syllabus and course overview for general psychology. I believe I will stand up for this portion of the video. Let me see, we're at the beginning of page 14. Let's make sure that everybody knows where we had left off in this document. We are going over a document that is headed Psych 100 General Psychology, Chapter 0, Module 1, Syllabus and Course Orientation. In the previous parts of the video series, I went as far as page 13. I had gone over, the last thing that I went over was I reviewed the study guide for the textbook for each of the units of this semester. I'll give you a study guide that identifies the material from the textbook that you need to focus on. I went through one of the study guides for one of our upcoming units. And resuming on page 14 of this document, next topic is the syllabus itself. My syllabus, if you're a student in my general psychology class, I do want you to read all of the syllabus at home. You're responsible for all of the policies. Just to make it even more likely, you're going to read the syllabus. Before long, you'll take a 30-point syllabus quiz. Syllabus quiz will be open book and open note, but you will need to look at the syllabus so that you can answer my questions about the syllabus. I'm going to review some of the most important information that's on the syllabus now. Where is it that you can find syllabus for my class? As is the case with just about all the documents you need. You log into Canvas, you go to Psych 100. On the left side, you select modules. Go to the module for the current week, and there you'll find a page that has a title something like Psych 100 Syllabus, Psych 100 Syllabus Quiz Study Guide. Yes, in addition to letting you download the syllabus, I even give you a syllabus quiz study guide that identifies the most important things in the syllabus you need to be familiar with before you take the syllabus quiz. Syllabus quiz, by the way, you'll do on your own time outside of class. I do give you several days to take the syllabus quiz, so you don't need to worry that that is coming up soon and you're going to be limited to just the class meeting time to take it. You'll do it on your own time, and I'll give you a period of several days in which you can take it. At this point, I am going to go over the most important points in the syllabus, so let me pull up that document. We are looking now at course syllabus for Psych 100 General Psychology. When you've gone to the Canvas module and you've gone to the page that has the syllabus, you will download the syllabus. I have it available there as a Word document as well as a PDF. The two documents are identical except one of them's Word, one of them's PDF. Syllabus that you download will look identical to mine with one and maybe two differences. My syllabus is highlighted. I've highlighted some important points to remind me what are the important things for me to mention as I'm going over this in my video lectures. And also, we're going to look at the syllabus for my Tuesday-Thursday class that meets from 12:30 to 2:20. I have another section of Psych 100 that meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but at a different time from 6 to 7:50. Your syllabus is identical. All of the policies are the same. Even all of the dates for the multiple choice quizzes are the same. So this syllabus will apply to both my 12:30 class as well as my 6 o'clock class. On the first page of the syllabus, we have contact information. If you need to get in touch with me, usually the best way to do it is via this email address. And I give you other ways of contacting me as well. I give you my office hours. On the same page, I talk about the texts that are required for the class, and I've already talked about both of these texts. Psychology, the Science of Behavior by Ettinger, that one you'll have to purchase. The instructor's packet for Psych 100, you do not need to purchase. Before long, I'll make it available to you as a free download in Canvas modules. Let's go to page 2 of my syllabus. About halfway down page 2, we have this item that says everything in this syllabus is very tentative, particularly since we're dealing with the pandemic right now. Anything can change. Things like the number of quizzes that I administer, the dates on which I administer quizzes, anything can change. Keep your eye on your emails from me, and I will update you on changes when they occur. Some special COVID-related policies. Many of these you've heard in other classes you've taken. I'll point out a couple of things that are particularly important. Face mask. If it's an in-person day for you, you've got to wear a face mask 100% of the time that you're in my classroom. For what it's worth, SVSU's policy is you've got to wear a face mask just about 100% of the time you're inside any building. Apparently the only exception is if you're in your own private office, you're in there alone and the door is closed. That's probably not going to apply to most students. Do maintain social distancing. Please always keep at least 6 feet between you and another student, even if you're doing some kind of discussion exercise in the class. Minimal use of paper documents. You will see that over the course of this semester, I will try to make documents available to you via Canvas modules, either as a Word download or as a PDF. If you need to send a document to me, I prefer you send it to me as an email attachment or as uploading it in Canvas for certain assignments that require that. If you absolutely have to give something to me on paper, that's okay, but let's try to minimize it. On page 3, we have a section that's headed Technology and Computer-Related Skills that you will need. This was kind of a big deal for the first semester students, probably less so for you folks because most of you are at least second semester students. In our class, we'll make heavy use of Canvas, Echo 360, sometimes Microsoft Teams. For example, if you want to talk to me about how you're doing in the class, I like to do a chat using Microsoft Teams. If we do a review session outside of class meeting times, I like to use Microsoft Teams for that. More about that if it comes up. Microsoft Word, a lot of the documents that I send to you will be Microsoft Word documents. Let's keep skimming through this to things that are going to be particularly important to you. I am on page 5 of my syllabus now. Page 5, a little bit of the ways down, we have a section headed Tentative Point Value of Required Assessments. Here I put in table form the kinds of things that I'm going to assign to you and what they're worth. Over the course of the semester, I plan to give you maybe 13 multiple choice quizzes worth 30 points each. I'll drop your lowest 3. That leaves us with 10 quizzes at 30 points each, total of 300 points. Over the course of the semester, I plan to administer 7 written tests to you and drop your lowest 3. That'll leave you with 4 written tests worth 10 points each. That's 40 points at the end of the semester. Over the course of the semester, you will need to hand in 1 experiment report or 1 video report. It's required, counts the same as a 5-point quiz. If you hand it in and it's according to guidelines, you get 5 points out of 5. So I tentatively plan that by the end of the semester, there should be around 345 points possible for the semester. That may change depending on circumstances. Cutoffs for determining course grades. At the end of the semester, I add up all the points you've earned, divide by the number of points that were possible on required items. That gives me a percentage. Percentage determines your grade. To get an A in this class, you've got to earn at least 93% of the possible points. To get an A minus, you need at least 90% of the possible points, and so forth. These are the cutoffs that I will use to assign letter grades at the end of the semester. I'm still on page 6. Negotiating higher grades at the end of the semester. Please don't try to negotiate a higher grade. I don't give extra credit projects to individual students. Anytime there's extra credit, I make it available to everybody in the class, so make sure that you get all of that extra credit possible. Please don't try to negotiate for a higher grade at the end of the semester. Academic dishonesty. In this class, you're expected to do your own work. That's the single most important academic dishonesty issue. Active academic dishonesty will automatically result in a grade of 0 on the test or quiz or assignment on the first offense, grade of F for the course on the second offense. I will also report your name to the SVSU office that keeps track of these things. Moving on, I am on page 7 of the syllabus. Policy for handling missed quizzes and other assignments. You won't be allowed to make up a quiz or a test that you've missed. Instead, I'll assign a grade of 0 to any quiz or test that you missed, and then I will drop your 3 lowest quizzes and your 3 lowest test scores when computing your course grade at the end of the semester. That means missing more than 3 quizzes, missing more than 3 written tests will have a serious negative effect on your course grade. Behavior in class and online. Traditionally, this has not been a problem for me in this class, but I like to say something about it just so we're all on the same page. Basically, it's this. In this class, we will respect each other. You're not allowed to be belligerent or disrupt the class in any way. You're not allowed, among other things, to be doing anything loud on your computer that might distract the other students or me, getting inside conversations that are loud enough that it's distracting the other students or me. Again, that hasn't been much of an issue in my class, but I do like to point that out here at the beginning. More policies, more policies, more policies. I'm on page 9 of the syllabus. Experiment reports and video reports. We'll worry about this more later in the semester when experiments become available, but I'll say a few things about it here. Students in this class are required to hand in 1 experiment report or video report. Optionally, they can hand in up to 4 additional reports for extra credit if they like. This section provides the details. I'm just going to hit the high points of it here. You are required to hand in 1 experiment report or 1 video report. This report counts the same as a required 5-point quiz. If you hand it in, and if you do it according to my guidelines, you get 5 points out of 5. Otherwise, you get 0 out of 5. If you want, you can hand in up to 4 additional reports for extra credit. If you like, you can hand in up to 4 additional experiment reports or video reports, get 5 points of extra credit for each one, up to a maximum of 20 points of extra credit. Why are we encouraging this? Mostly it's because we have a lot of students like you that are taking other psych classes where they're conducting experiments and they need research participants. So by volunteering to be a research participant for them, you're helping out other students that have to do research projects as part of class requirements. Experiment reports. How to sign up for an experiment. I'm not going to read all of this, except I'll say this. It is done online. Within the first 2 weeks of the semester, you should get an email that says something like SONA system in it. Be looking for an email that has something like SONA system in the message title. Do click that email and follow the link. It'll allow you to set up your account with the SONA system, and you will use this SONA system to see what experiments are available and to sign up for one. So that's an important email to look for, an email from the SONA system. You should get that within the first 2 weeks of the semester. Let's keep moving through the syllabus. I go into excruciating detail here about how to write up an experiment report. I am very anal in grading these reports. If you do it according to my guidelines, you get the credit that you want. Just make sure that you follow my excruciatingly detailed guidelines here when you're writing up an experiment report. You have an option. If you don't want to do an experiment, you can instead hand in a video report. Although the primary purpose of these extra credit reports is to encourage students to serve as participants in experiments, we realize some students will prefer an alternative way of getting the points. Therefore, I'll also allow you to submit a short video report that describes an online video clip that's related to this course in some way. A short version of it is, you go to YouTube, you find a short YouTube video, like 10 minutes, on some topic that we cover in the course. You write up a short report telling me Where did you find this video on YouTube? Write up, what was this video about? Why do you think it was relevant to our course? Submit that. I'll count that as satisfying my experiment requirement. And if you do additional video reports, I'll let you get extra credit for those video reports. Once again, I go into excruciating detail about how to write up the video reports. I have a template here of the headings you should have in your video report. Feel free to copy and paste these headings from my syllabus into your report document so that you're sure that you do everything according to my guidelines. So instructions continue. I give you an example of what a completed video report looks like. It goes on, experiment video reports, summary of important points. It goes on and on and on. We come to something super important for all of you. I am on the last page of this syllabus, page 17 of the syllabus. We have a page that's headed Psych 100 course schedule for winter 2021. This is for my class that meets at 12:30 to 2:20. The same dates will apply for the class that instead meets from 6 to 7:50. In red, I indicate when a quiz is going to be administered. Your first quiz is going to deal with the syllabus and course orientation, this material I'm lecturing on right now. You won't do it in class, you'll instead do it outside of class, and I'll give you several days to complete it. Look for an email from me. I'll let you know when I have published that quiz in Canvas Quizzes, and I'll tell you what kind of a deadline you have to complete it. Again, I always give you several days to do the multiple choice quiz on the syllabus and this course orientation. Your first real quiz based on the textbook will be on Thursday, January 21. This will be during class meeting time. It'll be a quiz on Chapter 1, Origins of Psychology, Chapter 2, Methods of Psychology. At the beginning of that unit, I will give you a study guide that tells you what you need to worry about in the Ettinger textbook to get ready for that quiz. We haven't really gotten into that material yet, so I haven't released the study guide yet. I will release it soon, and I'll let you know when it's been released. And so it goes. You'll see that in most cases, not always, in most cases, your multiple choice quizzes will be on Thursday instead of Tuesday. I found that that system works well. On Thursday, February 4, you have multiple choice quiz on Chapter 3. Thursday, February 11, quiz on Chapter 4, and so forth. On this page, I indicate when we have spring break, as if you would forget you had spring break. On this page, I also indicate toward the bottom the date of our final exam session. This is the one piece of information that will be different for the 12:30 class compared to the 6 o'clock class. For the 12:30 class, your final exam will be on Tuesday, April 27, beginning at 12:30. For the 6 o'clock class, your final exam is on the same day, except it'll be at 6:30 in the evening instead. We have plenty of time to worry about that. But remember, if you're in the 6 o'clock class, you're in one of those sections where the final exam does not necessarily take place at exactly the same time your class meets. Your class meets at 6. Your final exam will begin at 6:30. That is the syllabus for Psych 100. I'm not finished yet. This is a good place for me to stop. And this is the end of part 3 of my video, but I have a little bit more lecturing that I want to do on course overview, and I will handle that in part 4 of this video series.